further we move on from all those yesterdays, happiness gets nearer. The light that we see closing in so fast ahead, it's hope, it's getting clearer. The more I think of all the tough times we survived, the more it makes me smile. If nothing's broken us, yeah, nothing never will, 'cause dreams are hard to kill. And I know somewhere's a place where we can build our memories. Somewhere.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the mountain. Boy, we got a lot going on today. It is a beautiful day here on Come On Mountain. The weather has finally gave us a couple of days to be able to get some stuff done, and I'm going to take advantage of it. I'm going to go ahead and get some stumps dug out of the ground that you've seen us cut on the last video. All of those trees that we cut. I've already been out here. I started stacking up some of the logs, and I've actually already been out here working. I'll go ahead and roll that footage right now. Wow, that was a lot of digging. I love having that backhoe and that grapple. It makes my life a lot easier. But boy, it is still wet out here from all the weather that we've been having. I've been digging all kinds of ruts. I'm gonna have a lot of work to do whenever it's time to level this out and get some grass seed planted. Look at these big old stumps. Woo. I don't know if the camera does it any justice, but they're pretty good size. And I got another one right over there. So I've got two dug out so far. I still got an oak over there that I gotta dig, and one more over there. And I'd probably like to go ahead and get that one too. Those over there in the woods, I'm not really worried about right now. We're a ways away from dealing with that project right there. But I do have some cool plans for that area back there. Let me show you. As you can see right here, it's flat. But as soon as you get past these stumps right here, it starts dropping down. So my plan is to clear all of these trees, all of them, which will give me an amazing view of the mountain, because you can see the horizon right there. But these trees are blocking it, and it drops off pretty hard right there. But my plan is to clear all of this out. I have a creek that runs right down there, and right there is where I'm going to have all of my animals. So when I'm up here at the cabin, I can just kind of look down and see all of the animals out there in the field and stuff. I think it's going to be beautiful, and also to have a mountain backdrop. It's going to be gorgeous. But man, there's a lot of work before we get there. But that's okay. Hey, that's what I came here for, to get some work done and to build my dream homestead. So I'm well on my way, but we still got a lot to do. Check this hole out. That right there was just one of those pine stumps. They always have a real big taproot. Takes a little bit to get them out. And right there's where the other one was, that smaller one right over there. But I've already pushed some of the dirt back in. I'm gonna push some of this dirt right here back in with the grapple and right there. But once I get all of the stumps dug up, then I'll put the bucket on there and kind of really fill it in real good. But there's no point in me taking the grapple off right now while I still have all of these stumps that I need to get up and move around. Look at these ruts right here. Look at this water in the ground. Let me give you a little perspective of how deep. Look at that, all the way up to my knee. And I'm 6'2". So the ground is still extremely wet, which is making digging these stumps out a little bit easier. But yeah, I'm making a mess of the yard. But that's okay. This beast right here is making quick work of it. I think it's only took me about 2 hours to get 2 of these stumps out. It's about an hour a stump, but if I had to dig it by hand or burn it out by hand, we're talking weeks. So I'll take it. All right, let me get back on the tractor, go ahead and take the grapple, push these holes in the best that I can. One of the main reasons why I'm wanting to dig up these stumps right now, the Starlink still ain't working that great. It's coming on, disconnecting, coming on. So it's still having a hard time getting a signal with not being mounted on the roof right now. And I don't have time to mount it on the roof right now and build a bracket and all of that. A lot of you guys sent me links and stuff to some other channels that built their own brackets, and that's more than likely what I'm gonna end up doing. I just don't have time right now with the well getting done, and also me trying to get all of this cleared up and kind of back to normal. So we'll get to that, but with me getting these stumps out of the way and getting this leveled out, I can actually bring the Starlink further out here into the opening where I have clear line of sight right here. And that should fix the dropping in and out problem for the time being. That's the theory anyways. All right, let me get back on this tractor and get this thing done.
Oh, I've been long gone, wanna talk to you. I've been hustling for so long. Oh, and I've been thinking about the past, and it keeps me going on. Oh, and I can't stop, no, I don't stop. It's only I can see. Even if I end up all alone, I know my destiny. My mama told me we all bleed the same.
Well, I just got the last of the stumps that I want to dig up right now. Of course, that little one is just about worse than the big ones. I've already filled back most of the hole. I've got my hands full at this point because with it being so wet around here, it has definitely ate this little section of yard up. But that's no big deal whenever you got the 45-40. I went ahead and switched the grapple out and went in and put the bucket on. So now it's time to start cleaning up this mess that I made, cutting these trees down and digging up those stumps. But we're getting close, and then we'll move the Starlink further out in the yard, and hopefully I get some better service. I believe I will, because you have trees right here and the cabin and the Starlink's right there. But out in this area, I have open skies, so I'm gonna move it right about there. So ain't nothing to it but to do it. Pitter patter, let's get at her.
I go straight from the bank, gassing up the tank, cranking up the radio, playing old Hank, and it ain't that long till I'm back at the pond.
well, that was a lot of work, but we got it cleaned up. It's still a little wet out here, so I can't get it good and level, and I don't really need to anyways, because I still have to put the box blade on and the tiller. But I don't want to disconnect the backhoe yet, because I still want to cut down some more trees and dig up some more stumps, and that backhoe is definitely a little bit more of a mission to take on and off than a bush hog or a box blade or something like that. But we got the Starlink out in the middle with a clear view sky. I did also go ahead and scrape this area right here and the front yard. I got all the leaves out of here. That way I can see the snakes coming. I still got to deal with that, and I still got a bunch of stuff down the hill to deal with. I'm really not worried about the stuff down the hill, except for the logs that I want to mill up. So I'll probably cut those out and just leave the limbs laying there for right now. And when I start clearing that area right there for a pasture for some animals, I'll deal with all the limbs and have a big old fire after it rains one day, or while it's raining one day. But I think that's going to be about it for us today, guys. It's a lot of work, but we definitely got it cleaned up a little bit, got those big holes filled in. As soon as it dries a little bit more, I'll put the box blade on, run that, go ahead and till it, and then we should be able to go ahead and plant some grass in this area. I still want to take this tree out though, and the two little ones beside it. And I think that's about all I'm going to take out in the front, besides that big boy right there that's by the cabin. That'll probably be in a couple of weeks, whenever I take out the rest of them around the cabin. Those are going to be a little bit trickier than the ones that I already did. But until we see each other again, guys, come on, let's go on another adventure.